Welcome to the Parent Portal tutorial for Saratoga Springs City School District. My name is Donna Andrus and I'm the instructional technologist for the middle school. I'm going to show you how to navigate through and see the best information on your child that is offered through the Parent Portal. When logging on to the Parent Portal, you must have requested an account. So if you already have an account, you know that it's your email and the password that you chose. And then you click Login. The first screen you see is your Home tab and your student or your students' children listed on that home page. Just a quick note, under Account, if you wanted to change your password, this would be the place to do it. But that's not really what we're talking about today, but I thought it would be helpful information. So on the Students tab, you'll see your children, your child. Click on the small triangle to the left of their name. You will notice that there's information regarding your child in all of these tabs. The schedule clearly shows their schedule, and you can look at it in standard view or grid view. From the standard view, you can actually click on and email a teacher. Please note that if you have a Yahoo email address, you will probably not receive email from SchoolTool or be able to send email through SchoolTool if you have a Yahoo account. Moving on, you can take a look at your child's attendance, not just their school attendance, but their course attendance. And you can look at their discipline. If they've had any discipline referrals, they would be listed here. Under Grades, this is really probably the tab that most parents are most interested in. You can look at archived data, but for our purposes, we're going to look at the current year. You can look at marking period grades, which are basically the report card grades. And if you wanted to print a copy of your child's report card, for example, either at the middle school or the high school, you would pick marking period grades, choose the marking period for which you would like the report card, and then click this little icon here, and the report card should pop up, and then you would be able to print from here. Progress report grades, which occur at the middle school and high school every 4 and 7 weeks throughout the year. You can look at the marking period average. This is the average in the class to date. That doesn't mean that it's not going to change, and any class that doesn't have a grade is either a non-graded class or there just haven't been any assignments graded for that class at this time. It doesn't mean that your child's average is actually a 0. You can actually look at previous year's assessment grades. So you would click on the year before and you would see a list of all the exams that your child took. If it was a grade 3 through 8 student, you would see their state standard scores. And finally, you can look at final grades, which would indicate all 4 quarters averaged together at the end of the year. The Assignments tab is what shows the list of assignments or tests and quizzes, projects that went into creating your child's grade for the marking period. It is defaulted to the current marking period, and you will be able to see the scores that are already input to the teacher's grade books. It doesn't mean that's all of the grades that the teacher has. It just means that these are the ones that the teachers have put in up to this point. These are the scores that would make up the marking period average that I talked about a few minutes ago. One of the things that makes this screen helpful is the ability to filter out by class. So if I were to filter by economics, these would be the assignments that are currently making up the average in your child's economics class. In looking at all courses, one of the things that parents get a little freaked out by is a blank space. This does not mean that your child hasn't done the work or they failed at the assignment. It just means the teacher hasn't put the grade into their gradebook at this time. Looking down below, you'll see a letter in parentheses. If you hover over that letter, if you just rest your mouse on it for a moment, it will explain to you what that score or what that letter means. In this case, the child turned in the assignment late, and the teacher still hasn't graded it. But the teacher put the L there because when they do finally grade it, whatever the punitive thing is for a late assignment will be applied to that score at that time. You can sort by clicking on the title at the top of the screen. For example, if you wanted to see the assignments in date order from the earliest assignment to the most recent assignment, you would click the word date. to flip it back to the most recent assignment on top, you would click it again. It's kind of an A to Z, Z to A thing. If you wanted to see the high score to the low score, you would click the score tab the same way. The final tab is the letters tab. This would be a place where letters of concern have been sent to the parent. For example, if you had a child that had a lot of absences or had a disciplinary issue and you had to get a letter home for that, this is where you would find copies of those letters. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I look forward to doing more of these for you in the future.